Manga-Waido.
I'm Hiroyuki Saito. I'm in high school. Dad died when I was a kid. It was just me and my mom. I realized that my family was poor when I was in middle school. I was the only one in class that wore old clothes. Video games? Forget it. I had a cell phone, but it was an old model that nobody's ever heard of. I never knew what to talk about with my friends. I got pretty good grades, but that was about it.
His family is poor. I feel bad for him.
It's so awkward. Kids at school didn't bully me or anything, but things were kinda awkward. Being poor wasn't easy, but I made peace with it. I knew Mom was working long hours to put food on the table, and I was really grateful for her. Once, I offered to get a job myself to help out, but she said,
No, you study, okay? You don't have to worry about a thing.
She told me to stay in school and focus on my studies. My mom did everything she could for me. It's pouring out.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Uh,
Look at that umbrella. There are holes in it.
Leave him alone, man. He can't afford to buy a new one. Kids at school were mean to me, but I didn't have time for them. I had to work hard for me and my mom. As I was getting ready to leave, my classmate Sanae Kitagawa was staring out the window. Her dad was the CEO of some big company. She was loaded. She was the complete opposite of me. And looks like she forgot her umbrella.
Huh?
You wanna use this? My clothes were worn out anyways, but hers looks expensive, so I offered her my umbrella.
You kidding me? Oh, poor piece of crap. Get lost.
Then she snatched the umbrella out of my hands.
Ugh, so dirty. Better wash my hands later.
Then she left. I ran home through the rain. I should have just kept my umbrella. Then one day, this new girl joined our class.
I'm Mika Kudo. Nice to meet you all.
She was really friendly. She got along with everyone in no time. She already had more friends than me on day one. She was nothing like me. I saw her talking to Kitagawa too. I guess they were friends now.
I got an F again.
Looks like she was struggling with schoolwork. She always looked upset when she got her test back.
Hey, Saito, what did you get?
Huh? Nobody ever talked to me, so people started staring at her. You probably shouldn't be talking to me.
Wow, you almost got a perfect score. That's amazing. Can you tutor me?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, please. I could really use your help.
If she hangs out with me, she'll probably get picked on. I was worried, but I was so happy that she came over and talked to me like that. I agreed to help her with her studies. I started tutoring her during recess and after school.
Oh, I get it. You're a really good teacher.
I learned that she was pretty smart. She was just busy with her family moving around and stuff. She just needed some time to catch up. Then, one day during recess, Kitagawa walked by us while I was tutoring her.
Hey, Sanae, you should join us. You got an F on your last test, didn't you? I don't need good grades. Why? What about college exams? College? Who cares? I don't even need to work as long as I got my dad. Oh. And you? What's the point of studying? Huh? How will you even pay for college? You're way too poor for that. It's a waste of time. What did you say?
Mika yelled at her. She stood up for me. I was really happy.
It's true. It's not my fault his family is dirt poor. You got nothing to offer me, Saito. Get away from me. Sanae, what's wrong with you? You can't talk to other people like that. You're not my friend anymore. Fine by me. If you want to hang out with this loser, go ahead.
Then, Kitagawa left.
Sorry.
No, don't be.
You're a good person. Don't let her get to you.
Thanks. Nobody's ever said that to me before.
Really? Well, if they can't see that, that's their loss.
Mika didn't care about what others thought. She kept hanging out with me. I finally had a friend. But the good times didn't last very long. About 6 months later, she had to move again.
Good luck. Thanks for everything.
Yeah. I didn't even know what to say to her. I was pretty upset. I missed her, so I studied even harder to distract myself. After high school, I got into a national university on a full scholarship. I worked really hard for 6 years and became a doctor. I've always wanted to be a doctor ever since I was a kid, and I wanted to make my mom proud. I worked as a surgeon. Work was tough but rewarding, and I was pretty good at my job too. Life was good. One day, I got an invitation to a class reunion. I wasn't able to make it to the previous ones because I was too busy with work. I wasn't really interested. But when I read the letter inside, I changed my mind. I decided to attend. Class reunion. Some guys came up to me as soon as I walked in.
Yo, Saito. Hey, man.
My old classmates. The jerks who used to pick on me.
You're some kind of super doctor now, right?
Cool, man.
Yeah, you always got good grades.
They knew nothing about me. Back then, I was the poor kid, and now I was a doctor. That's all I was to them.
Hey, if I ever get sick, take care of me, yeah? With a friend discount.
Nice.
Me too.
I'm sorry, but do I know you? And I knew nothing about them either. Frankly, I didn't care. I walked past them and went inside. Kitagawa was there too.
Hey, Saito. Glad you came.
She's smiling at me. That's a first.
Thanks for fixing up my dad.
I just did my job. Last year, I performed an operation on her father. In other words, I saved her dad's life.
All these guys here, they're such losers. But you're different. Dad really appreciates what you did for him. He asked me to invite you to dinner. We got this 3-star restaurant we always go to. What do you think? Most guys aren't good enough for me. They don't even come close. But you got it all.
No, stop.
Oh, you're so modest. Hey, Saito, want to marry me? We'll be so happy together.
Marry you?
Yeah, it's a win-win, don't you think?
But what can you do for me?
Huh? What do you mean? My family is loaded.
No, I mean you. What can you do? What do you do for work?
I don't need to.
Can you cook?
No, we got a maid for that.
So what can you do? If I remember correctly, you always got bad grades too.
What?
So, you leech off of your parents, and you can't really do anything. So, why would I marry you? What's in it for me? If you want to marry me, get a job like a normal person, okay? You're useless to me.
What? How dare you, you little... Now you know how it feels.
Then, Mika showed up. She was the one that sent me the invitation.
You know nothing about him. You only want to marry him because he's a doctor. What makes you think that he'll marry you? You're almost 30, you've never had a job, and you can't do anything. What?
Plus, I don't need your money. I got plenty of that already. So yeah, you got nothing to offer me.
Screw you! You always got bad grades too! What do you do for work? I bet you... Mind your own business. Huh? I said, mind your own business. My parents moved a lot, so I can speak Chinese. I'm an interpreter.
Mika, let's go. Forget her. I came here because I wanted to talk to you. Kitagawa was still trying to say something, but we just ignored her and went outside.
That's amazing, though. You actually became a doctor. You must have worked really hard.
Yeah.
When I saw you on TV, I was so surprised. You seemed like a completely different person.
You were always really nice to me, Mika. Thank you for that.
Of course. You too, Hiroyuki.
My heart was pounding, but I had to tell her. I gathered my courage and said, "Look, I wanted to tell you something. I really like..."
Marry me!
Huh? She was blushing. Her face looked like a tomato.
I always liked you. Will you marry me?
I started laughing out loud.
Why are you laughing at me?
I'm sorry, but you just said everything I was gonna say. So, I asked her again. Mika, I always liked you too. Will you go out with me?
Of course.
And so, we started dating. About 6 months later, we got married and started living together. And life was good. By the way, Kitagawa's family business wasn't doing so well. She now had to get a job like everyone else. But since she didn't have any marketable skills, she had a hard time getting a job. I heard she got kicked out of her house. I kinda felt bad for her, but oh well. I sure hope she learned her lesson. Growing up in a poor family wasn't easy, but I kinda miss it. It's what helped me become the man I am today. And Mika and Mom were always there for me. I could never thank them enough. Just glad everything worked out.